everybody? What's going on out there? What's going on out there? What's good with you? It's your boy F. Dot. I'm here with the great one, Donnie Tsunami, and the OG, triple OG, Money Dame. And we are Up Court Vision. First, we want to say peace and blessings to everybody. You know, this is our first show. We wishing everybody health, wealth, and making sure that we all getting it popping. Support the group, support Up Court Vision as we come live and direct to you from here on out. Let's get started. The first topic on today's show: should the NBA resume the season? And how would you like the season to play out? Tsunami, it's on you.
First of all, I want to say I believe that the NBA should do everything possible to keep the players safe and in their plans to open up the season or finish the season, I should say. From what I got so far, they got a sports complex in Disney World in Florida. They got 6 courts on there, and I think each team got about an average of 17 games left. If they could figure something out where they could. I think they should try to play the 17 games, give everybody a chance. Some teams in the West is like 3.5 games back. I think they can make a push. Maybe Portland, they got a nice team. I can see them pushing. Dame Lillard said that he won't play if they don't try to figure out a way where teams like they could make a push, and I agree with him. I feel like they should give everybody a chance. I don't think they should do that 1 through 16 seeding that they plan on doing. I think they should give everybody a chance.
Money Dame, what you thinking?
Oh, man. I don't think they should finish the rest of the season at this point. I think it'll bring too much risk for the players. But, I mean, some type of tournament right now, you know, and there's a lot of thoughts being thrown out of how they might want to do it. But I would like to see, you know, the 8th, 9th, and 10th seeds kind of play. You know what I mean? Maybe even the 11th and 12th, just to see, you know, just to see who could possibly get in, or maybe the top 8 make it, and then, you know, 9 and 10 on both sides play each other to see. I don't know. They need to figure some type of tournament out where we could just have some type of basketball. Like I said before, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to see a champion being crowned through the whole season playing out at this point in time. You know, because it'll be called the coronavirus season. It'll always have an asterisk by it. So some type of tournament, I think that'll work out well. Everybody will be happy. All teams not invited though.
Is you on the phone?
Yeah, I don't. So I'm kind of leaning in a couple of different directions, but I definitely want them to resume the season in some type of way. I want them to play basketball, I should say. Not necessarily finish the regular season, though. Like, at this point, I'm on the side of I don't want to kind of see no pointless, like, games. You know what I mean? They already not going to be able to start till probably the middle of July because players got to go back, teams got to go back. They have to have, like, a mini training camp. Everybody got to get back right before they go play. By the time all that happens, it's going to be, like, the middle of July. Like, I don't see no point in finishing out the regular season by then. It's late. You know what I mean? I kind of want them to get into it, which is why I think, like, some type of play-in system would be dope for, like, those teams that are on the cusp of making the playoffs. But in a broader sense, I'm kind of thinking that this is the perfect year to just take the top 16 teams and put them in a bracket and just let everybody go at it. Like, I would love to see the Clippers versus the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, yeah. But it would be incredible to see the Clippers and the Lakers playing for the championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see the best 2 teams no matter what conference. If Milwaukee's nice. If they end up beating one of those teams and they end up making it, then they should be there. Then Milwaukee playing the championship game. And there'll still be an East versus West thing because I still think that one of those Lakers teams are going to end up in the finals. And one of those LA teams, I should say, are going to end up in the finals. But I could just see a lot of potential and them just taking the top 16 teams in the league, or having the eight top teams in the East and the 8 top teams in the West, put them in a pool with the all 16, rank them 1 through 16, and just let them go. Like, I think I would love to see that. That's how I would like to see it play out.
Yeah, shuffle that up, but also, you know what I mean, just how college has it the night before, 2 nights before and March Madness start, to have those play-in games.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
dope.
what I meant. That's what I meant by, like, so there's teams like Tsunami said this earlier. So you got teams like, believe Memphis is already in the AFC. Then you got Portland, New Orleans, and Sacramento. They like 3.5 games back. Like, I would definitely like to see some type of playing situation with them and kind of have them go at it, you know what I mean, to see who deserves to be in there, in that 16. You know what I mean? Maybe we could figure something out like that. But Tsunami, you had something?
Yeah, I was going to say ESPN did a 1 through 16 ranking. And when they did it, the way that the season is now, the Clippers would be on the same side as the Milwaukee Bucks. So they would have to if both of them would, because it would be Clippers versus Dallas in the first round, and I forget who Milwaukee was, but it wouldn't be an easy road for Milwaukee to get to that finals, and it could seriously end up being the LA versus LA finals if they do it like that. But
I mean, it wouldn't be an easy role for the LA team that's in that bracket either, because they got to play Milwaukee.
You know what? Just shuffle that thing up.
Yeah.
Shuffle that thing up like a deck of cards and let everybody just go at it. I just want to see.
If they want to be fair, they should do a double elimination or some type of tournament with all the teams. If you that good, you can beat the weaker teams. You get what I'm saying? I know everybody been at home. So when you come back here on the even playing field, I get what all of you guys are saying about the quarantine asterisk next to the championship. No matter how you do it, it's still gonna be like that. Because let's be realistic. No, they're not gonna be able to play the rest of the games in the playoffs and have the players ready to be back for next season without putting them in some type of harm, like putting them away to being injuries or not getting enough rest. So they obviously got to shorten it down. So I feel like if they do like a double elimination, that'd be suffice. And if you really that good, you could come out of it.
But now I'm thinking, like, I think maybe maybe the top 2 teams in the East or the top 2 teams in the West, or like I should say, not that. Maybe like those first 4 with the best record right now, maybe those teams should get a bye.
So, and
then after everybody plays the one game and then you reseed it, then you could go into a 7-game series. Maybe something like that could work out.
I mean, I think you want to get all this done quick enough to make sure that the players are ready for next season.
Because everything got to be pushed back. Like then they have to worry about the draft. You know what I mean? You got to push the draft back. So it's like, that's why I'm kind of like the teams who are not in it. Like, I just don't see any point in them playing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you.
Like, I don't want the regular season to finish. Like, I'm good with that. We playing in the middle of July. Like, I just wanted to get to the money. Like,
yeah, we don't even want to see them teams play. No disrespect to those teams and them, but we don't even want to see y'all play right now.
So you disrespected my Knicks off top with that comment. I don't appreciate it.
Hey, listen, man, the Knicks need to go back to the drawing board anyway. You already know how I feel about that, F.
Nobody want to see the Knicks play 6 or 7.
Y'all all disrespectful. Don't worry, though. We coming back. Don't worry about that. All right, let's move on to the next topic. So, baseball is seeming like they making that push. They talking to the players. They trying to come back. But the issue now, we talking about that bread. So should Major League Baseball players take a pay cut if the season resumes?
No. I say no solely off the fact that I think everybody should get paid during this time that we're going through. It's nobody's fault that we're going through this, and I understand that people are taking hits, but it's not the players' fault. They signed the contract to play the games on certain days. Them days aren't available, and it ain't because of them. They should still get paid. Besides, we only lost about 2 months in the baseball season. They still got plenty of time where they could figure out something where they could play a certain amount of games for a regular season and then get a playoffs and pay them their money. They could figure it out.
Money Dame?
I don't know if I'm playing, you paying. It don't matter how many games. I think they should get paid the regular whatever the amount was for the season. That's what they should get paid. But they still playing within the season and everything like that. Just because it's a shortened season, we're not gonna take short money. You know, I'm pretty sure the owners are still getting paid what they're getting paid. You know, regardless of if everything not coming in how it's supposed to, they're gonna get what they're supposed to get. Make sure your players are taken care of because they're going out there and they putting their bodies on the line.
I mean, I kind of see like, all right, so on the one hand, they missed a bunch of games, not due to any fault of their own because of the pandemic, but they didn't play all the games when they signed the contract that they was going to be able to play. But at the same time, I signed the contract. So regardless of what happened, I should still get my money. So if I'm a player, I'm not stepping out on the field unless I'm getting paid everything that I signed on my deal. Now, I know that the billionaires are losing money, the millionaires are losing money, the 100,000-aires are losing money, everybody's losing money. But when it comes to the bread of the players, like, we don't want to hear that.
I mean, if there was no clause in the contract that stated some type of pandemic was going to take place and I might have to lose a little bit of money, if there's no clause in the contract, I want my bread.
Now, I feel like, you know, this is tough because I want to say I feel like if the players could do like some type of pooling with, and help the people that do the concessions and work in the restaurants, and maybe I could see them doing something with their money besides just getting paid. But that's not even really on them. That's on ownership. I feel like the ownership should handle that. They should take care of that. They got baseball is $1 billion industry. They could afford to miss a couple of payments, but the players can't, and neither could the people that work in the concessions and the building.
Then I also think like if the players take a pay cut, so like the guys like Mike Trout who's making the bag, if he takes a pay cut, he's still getting a hefty amount of money. But he's not going to be the only player taking a pay cut. What about the guys who really ain't making that much money? So now you cutting their bread short. They not even getting it like that. Because everybody not making millions. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying you got to pay everybody their bread. Because some people not even getting it like that. Like, you got to give everybody, and people going to be using this season playing for a new deal. You know what I'm saying?
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. F-Dot, Tsunami, you're the owners. You paying the players? Because both of y'all came out, and even I came out with the position that the players should get paid. But let's say we were the owners. If we were the owners, are we paying the players?
I think I'm trying everything in my power to reduce the contract for everybody because I lost money. Like, I'm the owner. Like, I lost money in this. I am losing money. So I like as the
But
owner.
but guess what? You've been getting money for a
Nah,
long
but
time.
I own the team. So yeah, I got money that helped me own the team. And yes, I'm still getting money, but I'm not getting all the money I could be getting. We haven't played baseball in like 2 months. I'm losing a bunch of ticket sales, concession sales. Like I'm losing a bunch of that money.
This
Like
is
so,
only
it's
off
not
of,
like
but
so,
it's only off of 1 year. This
so
is one
what?
year we're talking about.
Just like the
So now,
players play all their life to earn this deal. I've been working all my life to do what I'm doing too. I want my
all
bread
right.
too.
So guess what? Guess what? I'm not playing, and then you're not getting nothing no more.
So then we got to move in a different direction. Baseball's still gonna go on without you. Baseball, baseball going on without you, bro. Like
That's a fact.
I don't
I
know what
mean,
else to tell you. You could be mad at me sitting on the couch. I'll be all right.
that's a fact.
You're
I'm the
not you're
owner
not
though.
gonna get that
I'm
money that
paying.
you spent.
Huh?
What you say?
Go ahead, money.
Nah, I'm good. I was trying to see what you were saying.
I was gonna say I'm paying. I'm gonna pay. I'm paying the concession people too. Like I'm a billionaire. I feel like I'm gonna get that money back. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If I show love to the people in the community, right, that been working with my organization for years, and I show them that I'm with the community, I feel like that'll help me in the long run because they support me through hardships because they know, hey, when it was hard for us, he was there. So it's hard for the team right now. Let's still go buy some tickets. Let's still go get a hot dog. Whatever it is, you feel me? It'll go in the long way. So you may get hurt right now, but it'll help your pockets in the long run.
F, F that. Can I get them real fast?
Go ahead.
Can I get them real fast?
Yeah, go ahead for sure.
So Tsunami, you're telling me that you would sell all of your Jordans to feed everybody? Everybody
You
in your
talk,
organization, you're gonna sell all them nice Jordans you got behind you because we see those things.
you're not talking about selling anything. You're talking about
I'm just saying
owning
if you
a
had
team.
to. I'm just saying if you had to.
My kids
If
have
you
nothing
had
to do with
to
it.
feed everybody, would you do that, Mr. Billionaire?
I don't have enough shoes to feed everybody. But you know, we can ration something up. You feel me?
Rations? Nah, I'm not sure how I feel about rations.
Yeah, ration
I'm not sure how I hear you though. You know what I mean? Tsunami for the people. In this stance, I'm about getting this money. Now I don't care if y'all was with me. I want y'all to support me. I want to be there for y'all, but also, you know, I got a family to feed too. I got things to do too. You know what I
I
mean?
need my money, man.
But at the end of the day, I'm still rocking with the players all the way. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, so we all know about Jamal Adams and the Jets situation right now. Not sure if the Jets trying to really give him that extension. He's looking for a new deal while he's still under contract on his rookie deal. But if you were the Dallas Cowboys, would you push hard for a trade with the Jets featuring Jamal Adams? Money Dane.
Oh, I get to go. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm going all in on that one because don't tell my cousin this, but Dallas Cowboys got a good chance this year. But what I see them doing with the Aldon Smith and the defense over there, I mean, this Adams guy, I mean, like this would take the cake. This would put Dallas defense, I would say, top 5 in the NFL. For what they have right now and what they could do, getting Jamal Adams over there would be phenomenal for the season. They already have an explosive offense. You know, hopefully they can build on that this year. Hopefully they get Dak signed up and everything, but that's a whole nother topic. But they need to solidify that defense and stop people from scoring. Because if they can stop people from scoring, they could be very deadly in this league this year. So absolutely, I believe they should go all in if they could. You know, give up whatever they can, because I think they're going to be good for the next couple of years.
I'm Dallas. Yeah, I'm pushing. I'm trying to get Jamal Adams. I agree. Jamal Adams is a stud. I mean, he had like 6.5 sacks last year. You know, his tackles kind of went down, but he still had 61. So if I'm the Cowboys, I would definitely try to beef up my secondary. You know, if I'm the Jets, you know, you can look at trying to get a positional player, maybe a wide receiver, a couple draft picks. Um, I mean, who if any organization would want him over there, I don't. That's a no-brainer to me. What you got for that?
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, so if I'm the Cowboys, obviously that makes sense for me. We obviously have a hole with safety. I mean, Xavier Woods is still good bread, but you know what I mean? I think Adams will definitely be an upgrade. I think that helps them in the defensive side of the ball. But if I'm the Jets, I just can't see myself letting him go. Like, I just can't see myself letting Jamal Adams go. Like, should Dallas push for the trade? Yes. But if I'm the Jets, like, you're going to have to give me something that I can't refuse. Like, I'm going to need
What should the Jets refuse?
really good draft picks. I'm going to need one of those receivers. You're probably going to have to give me Gallup. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to –
All right, so listen, I'm
dish out a lot for that because Jamal Adams is not no just plug and play. We talking about a stud. We talking about an elite dude. Like, you got to give me something worthwhile if I'm the Jets to make that trade. Like,
all right, so within the next 2 years, I'll give you a first round, second round, and I'll give you Gallup right now. Give me Jamal Adams. I'll give you a first rounder, a second rounder. So in 2 years, you get a first rounder and 2 second round picks. You know what I mean? Plus, you getting a receiver because you have none over there already.
no, the receiving situation terrible in New York.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying.
Situation in New York is terrible in New York.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going all in. I'm trying to give up a first and a second rounder, and I'm trying to give up Gallup. You know, even though I like Gallup over there, but we could find another Gallup for it. I'll take defense over offense any day.
Yeah, you could. Like I'm saying, like you could find another Michael Gallup. Jamal Adams, you're not going. You know what I mean? Those guys don't come around that often.
I might even throw in a lineman because you need that over there too.
I mean, in that case, I would do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna take the best I could get. Because if there's so many rumors, because the Jets tried to pursue a trade during the season. So there's a part of you that might not want him there. And if I'm him, if y'all don't want me here, eventually I'm gonna feel that way and I'm not gonna want to be there no more. And I might not give you my all like I have been. But being a professional, I'm still gonna have to do that because I'm trying to make this money. So I'm stuck between the rock and the hard place. I know I'm putting in every day for a team that really don't want me. They're not showing me love. They don't want to give me a new deal. But in order for me to get this bag, I'm still going to have to go out there and bust my ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I cannot now be like, oh, fuck them. I'm not playing hard, this, that, and the third. I can't do that. I'm a professional. I'm still a pro. I got to do my job regardless of the situation.
And if you don't do your job, there's always a reminder. His name is Antonio Brown. I mean, he did his job, but he did all the other stuff.
Nah, but he was nutty though. He on another fit.
Keep your head on straight and just do what you gotta do, man.
My man was over there. He was wow. He was wow. So moving on. Do you guys see more high school players bypassing college and playing in the G League to reach their NBA dreams?
Me first.
Tsunami.
Absolutely. I feel like the G League put a package together that is going to make players, star players, pursue pro sports, because let's be honest, most athletes that come to the pros or is trying to pursue the pros come from poverty. So when you get hit with the bag like Jalen Green did and Isaiah Todd,
Yeah.
what you gonna do? You 18, somebody offer you $500,000 in a whole year to get trained by top NBA trainers. You get to travel the world and play uh, players your age that the NBA assemble. You get to play against players from the G League. You get to play with players that played in the pros, kids that's your age that's coming out, that's prospects like you. I just feel like the experience is hard to uh to to, to give up. Also, with overseas, you got guys like LaMelo Ball coming out and showing that you don't have to go to college if you have the skills. You can go pretty much anywhere as long as you can play. And people with the internet age now, it's easy because all you have to do is show people you can play, put it on the internet, and people follow you. You can go anywhere and you can make it into the NBA. So go get the bag. Don't go and get in debt. Go ahead, man. It's on you.
I think my number one question would be, how many players are we talking about leaving high school and going to the G League? And if you did a poll on how many players left the G League and were successful in the NBA, I would have to look at that. I think it's a good thing for them to be doing something with them as far as learning how to invest their money and how to properly use the money that's going to be allotted. But everybody's not going to be getting $500,000. Let's just be honest.
Hold on. The kids that I'm talking about, they're not actually going to the G League. They're just playing certain G League teams. So they're something that is it's called the G League, but it's something different from the G League. Do that make sense? It's a different entity. So they playing in the G League, but they're not a part of the G League.
Gotcha.
I get it. I was just asking some questions because I needed some more clarity before I was able to answer the question the way I needed to answer the question. So like when I'm talking about it is I just want to see what the success rate is for these kids that or anybody who's in the G League, because everybody who's in the G League never makes it. A lot of people don't make it to the NBA. So for kids to leave high school, and I mean my whole thing is just having a backup plan. So I'm not necessarily saying they need to go to college. But going to the G League, how many kids would just want to skip the process just to go straight? We've seen a lot of people that went straight from the high school to the NBA and they were bust. They never made it. You know what I mean? And even if they made a little bit of money, they didn't know how to kind of maintain their money, invest their money, and do something with it. So that would be the scary part. I mean, it'd be a small percentage. And I would say even under 1 or 2%, that's even going to go from high school to the G League, because the whole purpose of the G League is to make it to the NBA. You know, so is the G Leagues trying to steal the players that are trying to go to Europe and play? And then how is this also going to work out with collegiate sports? You know, it's going to be big. I don't know, but it's kind of tough. I don't think it's a good idea. That's just coming from me. I don't think it's a good idea for them.
So for me, I think that like we have to be talking about the elite high school player, because every nice high school player can't do this. Like they're not that good yet. You know what I mean? We talking about like the elite guys who probably, like, if the rule was they could come straight out of high school, these dudes probably would be getting drafted in the first round. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the elite dudes. And most of those dudes, honestly, I'm not sure they really even want to go to college anyway. Now, some of them do, and some of them probably want that college experience. I went to college, best years of my life. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trade the experience in for anything. College was lovely. You know what I mean? But that's not everybody's goal. Everybody's goal is not to go to college. You know what I mean? So if you could fulfill your dream of playing in the NBA without having to do that step, I mean, I'm supporting that. Like, I'm going to get a little bit of paper. I didn't have to go to college, and I could still enter the NBA draft the following year. and get drafted, now I got some money in my pocket. Now I'm going into the draft. I'm not broke. I'm going in there with something. Now it's like I'm getting my next contract. I'm already getting my second contract before I even step foot in the league. You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of positives with that. And I think it's different than when those guys that were bust that went straight out of high school into the NBA. A lot of those dudes was getting bad guidance from people, telling them to do stuff that they really had no business doing. A lot of those dudes should have went to college because they needed to mature. They weren't ready. Now we see the examples of the dudes who made it and who did it, and those are the dudes that we idolize, we immortalize. We talk about how they came straight out of high school. That's probably a small percentage of them. Most of them dudes didn't make it past their rookie deal. You know what I mean? A lot of those dudes was getting bad advice. You know what I'm saying? So I think this actually helps eliminate that. Because you're only talking about the elite, the real elite dudes.
So that would answer my question, because I was unsure if there'd probably just be a lot of high school players that would go to top Division I schools and say, you know what, I'm just going to try my talent here. You know, just to see. You know, if somebody threw a little bit of a piece of change at any high school kid, they're going to run and grab that, especially if you're coming from the bottom. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, I just wouldn't want to see guys waste, you know, other opportunities based on just trying to take a long shot. I mean, everybody don't make it to the NBA. And I mean, I don't, not that I know of, is the G League, that's a career move? Or is the G League a developmental league that's supposed to put you where you need to be?
Yeah, it's a stepping stone to trying to fulfill your destiny of going to the NBA. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be something you're trying to do long term.
There you go. So what about the people who don't make it? What do you do?
Listen, you don't have to play basketball in college to be successful. I mean, if I'm in the G League, college ain't going nowhere. I can still enroll in classes. I can still be working on my plan B, or I could use that money and do something else with it. I still don't got to go to college. I could try to do something else with that money to help my money make money. You know what I mean? But I got to have a plan B in place, which means I got to have a good supporting cast around me. Because at 18, 17 years old, I can't make those decisions by myself. Like, you're going to need support.
I think that's what Tsunami did say. He said they were supposed to be putting some things together around the guys to kind of help them and get them. Bro,
the NBA does that already. They be having rookie programs for all of these dudes, and they still go out and do a bunch of nutty shit. Like,
nah, but if they grabbing these dudes out the G League, they're gonna make sure they at least go to the NBA. They're gonna get drafted. They're not just coming in the G League to see. They're not coming in. Let me stop saying G League, because it's giving people the assumption that they're actually playing in the G League. They doing this developmental program, which they're getting paid lovely for, to get them ready for the NBA draft. This program is for, to get them ready for the NBA draft. So if they felt like they wasn't ready for the NBA or whatever, and they do this for this year and it don't work out, which I don't believe will happen, but let's say it don't work out, just to play devil's advocate. Like F guy said, you can go back to school, you could start coaching. There's always other things you can do once you realize you could go play overseas. Once you realize you ain't gonna make it to the NBA, that's when you could start moving pieces, and they still gonna be young. A lot of these guys will be like 20 when they figure out they're not gonna go to the NBA. They got a lot of time left.
And it's not like if you don't make it the first time that it's a dub for you. You know how many players enter the league? They couldn't get another deal. They polished their skills overseas. Then they got another opportunity, came back. Like, you know what I mean? If at first you don't succeed, you dust yourself off and try again, my G. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Secure the bag.
What happened?
But secure the bag first.
Oh, no, you secure the bag always.
You feel me?
You always securing the bag.
And then worry about school. Give me 500,000, and then I don't figure it out. I'll go back and roll.
But you gotta be smart with the bag, though. Don't just get the bag and be stupid. A lot of people do that. You know that. A lot of people do that. Don't be in a rush to secure the bag and don't know what to do with the bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're 17, 18, you're going to the G League. Like, I don't know.
I don't care how many programs you got in place. At 17, 18, I'm listening to you. That shit going in one ear and out the other. Like, I'm sitting in those meetings thinking about what I'm going to do with this check.
Well, that's why they're going to have the mentors in place, which is what I mentioned earlier. They're going to have some people that played in the NBA that have that experience be either that's going to be a part of the team in some way, whether they're playing or just mentoring. But they're going to be able to tell these players, listen, they're going to give them their stories and give them some advice. And I'm pretty sure they might not listen to the coaches in the front office, but the player that's in the same position as them, they're going to feel them on some type of level. And that should keep them humble and most of them to make them not wild out. But I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I would think that would make you be like, all right, I'm going to chill. If somebody you looked up to come and speak to you and say, listen, you don't want to do this. Let me show you how to do this, man. They pretty much grooming them up. I don't see how they fall off the rails, man. They're going to have to try really hard to fall off the rails.
I hear you. All right. So, as we all know, talking a little bit about the NCAA and that topic, how do you guys feel about college universities allowing football players to come back to campus for workouts? Money Dane.
Oh, I love it. I love it. As long as they take all the precautions that's necessary to make sure that the players and staff and everybody who's affiliated with the program is safe. I think it's all good. It gets everybody back to, the regular. Like I said, my whole thing is as long as it's safe. I went out and I worked out with 5 junior high school players today, outside. We kind of got to get back to what we've been doing. And we got to trust the medical professionals that are telling us what we need to do and what we shouldn't do and everything like that, For college players, I think it's no way that you can be prepared to play a season if there's no off-season training and, you're not doing your film study and you're not doing your spring football, because that's when you do your installations. You're installing new plays, you're figuring out a lot about your personnel. You're figuring out, what schemes work versus what. So, it's a lot that goes into the process of college football that's behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see. And the earlier you get on it and the more you get your team around each other to kind of communicate and build that bond that's going to help you be successful during the season, I think the better things will be in the long run. So, yes, I do agree that college players should be back as long as the medical professionals feel that this is the right thing to do at this time.
Tsunami.
This is tough because they kind of shut all the schools down, so they're not really letting the students come on the campus. So I can see how this could work for the college football players. It'll kind of be easier to keep them separate and spread out. And obviously they could figure out how they're going to cycle through their workouts and using the field. And I could really see all the precautions that they can use to make it work. The only thing I could see where it'll be a problem is like in film rooms when they're trying to study, and then when they got to be in those little spaces, and that's the only thing I feel like they need to figure out. But they probably could do that in the cafeteria or auditorium. Something I'm pretty sure colleges got those, and those are pretty spacious, and they could skip a couple seats and switch in with certain teams and linemen and D linemen. You know how I'm trying. They can just cycle it in. They can figure it out. They can do it. I think they should, and I feel like when they do it and they show that it could work, other teams start implementing some of those methods into their systems. I think they should wait and see what the NBA do though, and see how they figure it out and try to copy something like that.
So, like, you know what I mean? I kind of stand here, right? I feel as though it is a smart idea for the universities to bring back the players for football for some reasons. One, you got some transfers coming in, you got some freshmen coming in, you got some guys that need to get acquainted with the system and what you're running. You know what I mean? You want them to get familiar with the terminology, the language, the coaches. You want them to get familiar with their teammates. They need to get with the strength and conditioning. They need to get their schedules right. They need to kind of feel, especially the new guys, what it's like to be on a college campus, what it's like to juggle some of this stuff along with playing football. Like, you know, this is a job. You're not just coming to school to be a student no more. This is work. You're not an average student because you got to do all of this football stuff on top of maintaining your grades and doing everything in school. Like, this is a job now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think coming back on campus, it kind of gives them a little bit of that familiarity, helping them grow into that, especially for the young guys. You know what I mean? But it just be real hard for me. And if you could do it in a healthy way, obviously I would want that. On the college campus, you could keep all of those kids on campus, kind of keep them in a bubble, like how NBA wants to do it at the Disney complex at the ESPN zone. You know, you could kind of set that up if health permits to do that. Yeah, I could get with that. But if I'm bending over backwards to get kids back on campus, only football players to play football, that means that I'm thinking about the money of college football. So a part of me is like, damn, are y'all even really thinking about the players anyway? Or y'all just thinking about how we gonna lose, the university gonna lose money if these kids don't come to this campus and play football in the fall? So I could never fully support a system that uses the student body to make money off of. Because nobody else is coming back to campus. No other sports team was coming back. It was the football team. Because the football team make the bread. So you're going to make a bunch of concessions and do everything you can to get them back on campus so y'all can play football in the fall. Because y'all don't want to lose that money. I can't get with that.
Well, I'm gonna let you know right now. There's no social distancing in football.
Exactly.
Like if you were talking about tennis, if you were talking about swimming,
golf,
but I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no social distancing in football. Football is one of the closest collision sports, and it's a collision, not a contact sport. But even outside of the collision and the things that happen on the field, like the camaraderie and the closeness of the teammates, and you know the huddles. Like how you gonna have a spread out huddle now because everybody can't be close to each other. You can't hold hands. Like that's not gonna work.
I feel like they could test everybody. Like I said, they can use the campus, the size of the campus, obviously, to help them figure it out when they first get on and keep everybody apart. But after you test everybody and if everybody stays on the campus, I don't see how they need to social distance. Once you get tested, you see you don't have it, and you staying around the same people for a certain amount of time before you dispersing off into the world, I don't see why you need to social distance. That's just how I feel about it. But I'm not a scientist. I don't know the science behind COVID-19. Maybe it's airborne. I don't know. So I'm just putting my ideas out there, and I feel like if you come into the university, you get tested, you test negative, you go into the university to stay for a couple of weeks, you do your drills, your OTAs, or everything you got to do, and then you go home and you all get ready for the season, and I think that'll be fine. I don't see the problem.
I mean, I hear you, but like, you got to remember how you was as a young man, right?
Yeah.
There's a good chance that I'm probably not listening to all the rules and regulations that's supposed to be placed upon me during this COVID-19. Like as a young man, as a college student, I'm probably going to make some decisions that are probably not smart. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember that you entrusting the health of an entire student body on one population of students that's going to come early, and you're going to expect all of them to follow all the rules and regulations and do the right thing. I'm sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. Two, for all of those other sports we was talking about, the swim, golf, tennis, those sports don't happen without football. So we can't even talk about none of those sports without the football team, because the football team bringing in the guap.
I want to clarify something real quick. I don't support the NCAA in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Absolutely do not support the NCAA. I just feel like if they wanted to, they could come back. That was my answer to the question. I feel like with the space and the resources that they could come back. Do I
Yeah, but
think they should come
is it
back?
smart to
Probably
come
not.
back though? Is it smart?
Nah, I don't think so.
Then that's what I'm saying. It's not
Yeah,
about.
well, guess what? If you're gonna play, if you're gonna play a season, it's smart. If you're not gonna play a season, it's not smart. But if the medical professionals say that is okay, you know, a lot of people are starting to open things back up and put things in order. So, you know, it's a touchy situation. It absolutely is. But like I said, I leave it to the medical professionals, and if they say that is okay, then I'm gone.
You
But
know,
maybe I'm a little biased.
this thing is fluent. You feel me? Like even with the topics we covered today, with baseball, with the NBA, with football, all of these things are gonna change day by day, depending on the feeling that we getting from where we at, as long as where we are in regards to this pandemic. So this is a fluid, ever-changing situation. So what we talk about today, it could be totally different when we wake up tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we just gotta keep up to date with what's going on and follow what's going on, and kind of see how this thing pan out. You know what I mean? I hope that best case scenario, we could find a way to make all of this stuff happen, to make the NBA come back without any problems, to have all the college kids go back on campus, not just the football team, and still have football in the fall, and find a way for baseball to keep their season popping, because they already missed mad games. Like, I hope there's a way we could do all this, but in the nature of the times that we in right now, we kind of just playing this by ear and see what's going on.
Absolutely.
That's the best way.
All right, fellas. So we're going to wrap up today's segment. We're going to give some final thoughts. Tsunami, what's your final thoughts for everybody out there?
My final thoughts is I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. Wear masks going into the store. Stay 6 feet apart. Hug your loved ones. Tell whoever you love that you love them, because you never know if you will make it to tomorrow. Peace.
Money Dame.
On a lighter, heavier note, I definitely want to give my condolences to the family of George Floyd out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's unfortunate that these type of situations keep happening, and just want them to know that, you know, our hearts and minds are with them, and, you know, everybody please be safe out there, you know, and we got to come to some type of common consensus to do something, you know, other than continuing to hurt each other out here. You know, we're all trapped in a crazy world right now. And I just want to know that my thoughts and prayers are definitely with the family at this point in time.
So for me, I'm just extremely happy that we got the podcast off. You know what I mean? This is the first episode. You know what I mean? I have big plans, as we all do, for Upcourt Vision. You know what I'm saying? This is the first step, and I know there might have been some things in here we could have done better. This is our first show. It's just the three of us. We're trying to hold this down. But this is the first step to greatness. Like, you're going to be hearing us soon on every TV, every radio, whatever podcast you on, you're going to subscribe. Like, we going to be there. I'm telling you. This is just one step to many steps of greatness that we're going to achieve. You know what I'm saying? So just rock with us. Stay with us. We're going to get better and better every time. You know what I mean? Support the good brothers. You know what I mean? We just three good brothers out there trying to make it. You know what I mean? Rock with us.
Yeah,
Peace and love.
All right,
Peace and
everybody,
love.
we out.
Peace and love.
See y'all next time.
Peace and
Salute,
love.
people.
Peace and love.
Salute.